Is Superman's view on humanity fundamentally flawed? This is Derek from Entertainment Stew, and welcome to another Overthinking. I've been going through Superman's entire philosophy for a while now, and I have to say, I found myself becoming a small fan of the Big Blue Boy Scout. He may be generic and plain as white toast, but he's in fact an important cultural zeitgeist. He represents way more than just the red and blue tights. Superman is truth, justice, and freedom. He's a beacon of hope and peace that serves to protect the world and all of its inhabitants. Yet Superman comes prepackaged with a number of surface-level contradictions. For example, he says that violence is not the answer, yet he constantly uses violence to solve the large majority of his problems. Yet, even more important for our work for today, Superman says that he sees a lot of potential in humans. He sees them as a good species with a lot of potential for good and progression, as he was taught by his humble yet wise human parents. And for the most part, Superman does indeed have a point. There are those cases where people can do good things. We create science, medicine, technology, and we as a species have thrived and increased our quality of life over the course of hundreds of years. But at the same time, humanity has a large history of bad actions that span just as many years. Wars, genocide, discrimination, hate, greed, corruption, and so on. Superman says that he sees the good in people, but are we sure that he's not able to see the bad? Some people actually think that there's no point in not killing these hardened criminals and super beings when they are just going to break out of prison and commit horrible deeds again. And this is the same for plenty of other superheroes like the Flash or Batman. As a side note, this way of taking care of villains is an ingenious way of thinking for comic book artists and writers to be able to write more stories with well-known superheroes and villains and not have that much pressure in creating new characters from scratch. Yet in the terms of our conversation today, we're going to bracket this knowledge away. So in regards to these villains, some people actually believe that since Superman has the power, why not end these people already and stop them from committing any more suffering? Is Superman's view on humanity flawed? Is it too good to be true? While I don't think it's flawed per se, it is definitely idealistic. First, regarding Superman enacting violence, I think it's more of a necessity than a desire. I don't think that he wants to beat anyone up, and he definitely does not see it as the answer, but there are circumstances where his brute strength and perseverance is arguably the only way to subdue a threat that would undoubtedly cause significant damage and suffering. When Superman uses violence to solve a problem, it's like breaking down a door rather than just using the key. He wants to use the key, but realizes that when the house is burning down, he doesn't necessarily have the luxury to do it the way that he would like. Also, I don't believe he wants to solve all of humanity's problems. That would be too easy. Doing that would make him exactly what people like Lex Luthor fear him becoming, a god emperor that rules with an iron fist. Similar to the Injustice games. Instead of bringing out the potential best in people, he would start beating down the potential bad in people. It would require him to replace hope with fear and complacency. He wants to be a force of change rather than the means to an end. He wants to lift us up rather than force us down. I don't believe that he just refuses to see the bad in people, but rather that he chooses to place the good he sees in people in higher esteem than their potential for evil. He believes that while not everyone is good, everyone has the glimmer of goodness within them. This is why Superman is seen as a paragon of hope. He chooses to see the good rather than the bad, camaraderie rather than division, the light at the end of the tunnel rather than the encroaching darkness. It's not that he doesn't recognize the evil in the world, but rather that he truly believes that the innate goodness of people will overcome it. Of course, that's just one way of thinking about it. If you have another way, put it in the comment section below and start a discussion. Want to see more videos like this? Like and subscribe. This has been Derek from Entertainment Stew, signing off.